The regular season of the NFL is over with. I want to do a quick overview. Obviously, we'll be back at the end of this week to go over the games. The Chiefs won't be playing, so you'll just get one more NFL show at the end of this week. But who you guys want to start? AFC, NFC? Do you care?
I
NFC
think
because
the
they
matchups
suck.
are dope.
NFC. All right, so we'll take a look at the seedings and then their matchups here. So obviously, the Lions are the 1 seed. Philly did take the second. Tampa in the 3 seed over the Rams, who won their division, who take the 4. The Minnesota Vikings, even with 14 wins, take the 5 seed. The Commies at 12 wins, both more than the 3 and the 4 seeds. They're going to take the 6 seed, and Green Bay taking the final seed in the NFC. Again, the 3 wild card teams, the 3 teams not in the top 4 spots, all have a better record than your 3 and 4 seed.
Which makes for
Insane.
some dope matchups. In my
Mhm.
opinion, you
Oh,
have a
yeah.
rematch of the opening game of the season, Eagles Packers. Uh, like that was played tough. Like that was a close game. Jordan Love got hurt, so I like Packers want revenge, dude. Like the that game is gonna be the one that I'm probably watching the most, like just zoning in on because
I don't
I
think it's
I
going
know
to be
I know it's a few
remotely
days
close to them.
away. I know it's a few days away, but are we still worried that Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol?
Well, he's in concussion protocol,
It's
but you
been a
also
week and
have
a half
Jordan
now.
Love. You've also got Jordan Love, who's also injured. And then don't forget the Packers did lose Christian Watson for the season with an ACL tear, which is why you don't play your starters if you don't have to in week 18. But I do agree that is something that's concerning.
I think it depends on the severity of Hertz's head. If he just got his bell rung, he's probably playing. If that was
Who hurt their head?
anything,
hurts.
Hurts, yeah, he concussed. So Jalen Hurts.
Sean
Name it
got
time, Bob.
it.
What did I say? What did I
You
almost
said
say?
hurts.
No.
You said hurts his head. I was like, who
Hurts his
hurt
head.
their head?
Yeah. Let James cook.
All right.
I do think, however, we were kind of talking because we were talking about that Vikings Lions game. I think the Vikings probably pull, what was that, the Jaguars or the Chargers a few years ago? I can see the Vikings going up early on the Rams and then just blowing like a 17-point lead. Like that's very believable for this Vikings team, especially against a team like the Rams. They kind of start slow, I feel like, in some games.
They do.
Um,
And their
and
defense is coming around the corner as they did towards the end of the season. They really started to put some things together. The game I'm most excited for
Oh
comes
yeah, I'm right there with you.
from the 3 and 6 matchup. You've got Tampa Commies in Tampa Bay. We're finally getting our second matchup of Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans this season. It happened in one time, then he got traded to the Commies from the Saints. So they
No
did not get to
way.
go for their second matchup this
Oh,
season. Get ready for the Fisticuffs boys,
oh.
Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore.
I
Somebody's
don't know.
getting kicked out of this
We're
game
gonna
at the end
fight.
of it.
No, not in
Someone's
the
getting
It's
playoffs,
happening.
bro.
suspended next season.
Oh,
You're not
Someone's
getting
getting.
ejected in the playoffs. Come on, man.
we
You don't know
haven't
about
we
this
haven't
game.
seen this before. We haven't seen the Bucks and the Saints with Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore in the playoffs before together.
It's
This
fair.
unprecedented times here, gentlemen. I
About
am
to
so
happen.
excited for
It's
this.
about to go down.
But maybe
We got
the Saints
Jane
had some
Daniels.
bad culture and they
We
allowed
got
that
Jane
type of shit.
Daniels ready to just completely carve up the Buccaneers defense this whole entire time too. Remember, this is a rematch from week one between these two teams. Jaden's first start, he didn't kill it that game. I mean, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, like 80 yards rushing, but he's going to carve up this defense after going through all entire season now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's also not forget that Dan
Baker
Quinn
Mayfield.
knows how to blow it in the playoffs. And this
But
defense
now he
for
has
the
a
Commies,
quarterback.
yeah, but he's also a defensive
Matt Ryan wasn't a
coach.
quarterback.
He
Yeah,
was a
easy on the Matt
quarterback,
Ryan slander. Easy on the
but
Matt
come
Ryan
on now.
slander.
Jane Daniels
But
gonna be better.
Dan Quinn knows how to blow it in the playoffs, and this Commies defense has been giving up a ton of points the last quarter of the season, if not the last half of the season.
Shootout.
So do
Over
not
Shootout.
under,
expect them to roll over. Over under, you should probably put this at 52.
it's 50.5 right now, and I would put your life savings on the over, honestly.
Take it.
Yep. Put
Take it.
your mortgage on the over here.
Because
Don't
both
even tease it.
defenses
Just
have
take
been
it straight up.
awful.
Yeah, don't tease it.
Because I'm thinking both teams are scoring 30 points in this game.
No,
Minimum.
very, very like this could be a
take the over.
35, 34, more than that, honestly. This could be 45, 40, 42, 41 finish, something like that.
And
I'm excited.
Watch it be 24-17.
Like someone gets blown out. Like everyone thought yesterday's game was going over, Vikings Lions, and the Vikings kicked 3 field goals. That was or 2 field goals. That was fucking embarrassing. Also, I'm never putting my money on Justin Jefferson ever again to score a touchdown. He's dead to me. He's dead to me.
Sam Darnold is his quarterback, man. Sam Darnold.
He let me down when Kirk was his quarterback, man. So
you get over to the AFC side. The Chiefs are obviously the 1 seed and have the bye. So at the 2 seed, you've got the Bucks, and then you've got the Ravens at 3. You've got Houston at the 4 seed.
Yeah, the Bucks play in the NFC.
Sorry, the Buffs, the Buffalo Bills at 2, the Ravens at 3. You get Houston at 4, the Chargers at 5, Pittsburgh at 6, and Denver squeaked in by the hair on their chinny chin chin and take the final seed, and will take on Buffalo in Buffalo. You also get Baltimore against Pittsburgh in Baltimore, and then Houston Chargers in Houston.
I think the most interesting matchup for me, honestly, is going to be the Ravens and Steelers game. AFC North matchups, third time they're playing each other this year. It's the rubber match for them this year. It's going to come down to great defense throughout the whole entire game. I feel like it's going to come down to the kickers, honestly.
Lamar
Boswell
still
versus
has
Tucker.
a bad record against the Steelers. Like
Terrible record.
2-4.
Tomlin has a good record against Lamar right now, so you have to kind of factor that in.
Well,
It's all going to
2-4,
hinge on
he
how
could
well
make it
Russell
3-4.
Wilson can play, though. It's all going to be on Russell Wilson. He's really reverted back to Denver Russ. The past
I was going to say,
5-6 weeks.
I think it's going to come down to, will Mike Tomlin have the balls to bench Russell? Russell has been
Put in
playing
Justin
horrific.
Fields.
Can it get much worse? Can it honestly get much worse than what you're seeing out there? Like, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, how much worse can it get out there before you go, hey, maybe we actually do need to try Justin Fields? I'm not saying start him, but if you get a couple of drives out of Russ and it ain't looking good and it's starting to slip away in 2 drives already, hey, let's switch something up. Let's give him a different look, because Justin Fields was playing fantastic before he got benched.
Moves in playoff history.
It'd be the smartest move.
Hot take here. If the Steelers lose in this round, they will go out and get Aaron Rodgers for next year.
what?
Heard it here
That's
first.
wild. That's wild.
Would be
I
bad.
would like to
Tomlin knows how win
know.
with old quarterbacks.
Let's see here. So I think this game, I'll be honest. I saw this matchup today at lunch. I put on some clips from that 2008. Well, it was played in 2009, but that 2008 matchup, Joe Flacco's rookie year against the Steelers. I believe that was the AFC Championship game. I shouldn't have done that, because this game, watching this game now after watching highlights from that game, is just going to disappoint me. But because I mean, there were like a bunch of Hall of Famers and Pro Bowlers on that field, and it was such a physical game. My thing is, Mike Tomlin's record in the wild card round kind of fucking sucks. If he plays in a wild card game, he's not very good. He's a lot better when he gets that first round bye as the first seed. So
he hasn't done that in forever.
What was that?
He hasn't done that in forever.
Oh, I mean, I think the last time they got it, I think they played the Packers in the Super Bowl, and that was like 2011. Yeah, 10. That was over 10 years ago for sure. So yeah, I don't think they're very good. I just know that they haven't won. Let's see. I literally just had it up. They lost last year in the wild card round, 21 in the wild card round, 20 in the wild card round. They won in the wild card round in 16 and 15, lost in 14, lost in 11. Yeah. I mean, he's not very good in the wild card round. I think Lamar gets over the hump. I think he gets the as they say, the proverbial monkey off his back, and beats the Steelers here. But who knows? My mind might change until next show.
We're definitely going to have a full breakdown coming out later this week. But to touch off here without giving away too much, I really do like this matchup of Buffalo and Denver. The rookie quarterback.
It's your fault as the Chiefs. You gave them confidence.
I don't think the Broncos really have enough to beat them, dude.
I'm with
It's
Tybo.
Offensively,
Josh
I
Allen
would
versus young version of Josh Allen. That's all it is.
offensively, I would agree with you, Tybo. Like the Broncos do not pose a threat offensively. Where they pose the biggest threat is on the defensive side. If they can make this a low scoring, nitty gritty, grind it out game, that's where the Broncos can give themselves a chance. I'm not saying that they've got this in the bag, and I don't believe that Buffalo has this in the bag. They are going to have to go against one of the league's best defenses, and they're going to have to put some points on the board, and because Denver's offense is not going to have anywhere to go with this at all.
I don't
But
know. Buffalo's defense has been shit recently.
But
They've
you
been letting
just
up 40 points per game.
that's
you
fair.
you can't. You got to chop one of heads off. You can't. You either got to chop his running or you got to chop his passing. And to win, you probably got to chop his running. You can't let
I
him
think
run
they
all
can
over
do
you.
both with the
I don't think they
DBs
can
that
do
they
both.
have.
I don't think they can
With
do
the
both. I
DBs
think
that they have. Then Denver's just
They lead
really
the league in
good.
sacks. They led the league in sacks this season, right? Like Benito and the D line over
Yes.
there going
Zach
off.
Allen.
But I mean, we didn't think their wide receivers would perform very well against the Chiefs, which are probably the best pass defense in the league right now, top five, at least, probably top three, roughly. So I think Josh Allen, I don't think it's up to Josh Allen passing wise, like scheme wise, that's going to be drawn up. And I think you can force Josh Allen to make more mistakes when he's throwing the ball than when he's running. That's all I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah, we'll get more to the breakdown, but the last matchup of Wild Card Weekend
Nobody
is actually
cares
the
about
first
this.
matchup, and this is the one disappointing matchup of the week: Chargers and Texans.
This game's gonna suck.
Playoffs don't start until 7 o'clock Saturday night for me.
Irrelevant game of the week.
It really, like, whoever wins this game is getting blown out in the divisional round. Congratulations, you made it there. It's probably not going to be the Texans. They never make it out of the wild card round, so
This spot
you
is
could.
specifically reserved for the Chargers and Texans if they ever make it every single year.
I know. Yeah, this
First
is like
game
This
of
Saturday
Saturday.
3:30 game.
this is
Yeah.
where they feast. This is where they feast.
I don't know if you guys saw it. The only, like, they went back over like the last 10 or so times that the Texans have made the playoffs. The Texans, anytime that they have made the playoff, have only played on Saturday at 3:30. They have not played it another time during wild card
Yeah.
weekend.
Because nobody watches them.
Well, they played the Raiders once in a wild card game. I watched that one in tears. So
Nice
How many years ago was that?
2016.
That was quite a while ago.
Damn.
But the more fun matchups are on the NFC side, wild card weekend.
Well, I think the NFC is just a little bit a closer division, right? I mean, like between the North and then the Bucks being a really, really good team, or I shouldn't say a really good team, but a dangerous team for sure. And then you got the Commies and the Eagles as well. Like I think the race in the NFC is just a lot closer. Whereas like Buffalo,
is,
Baltimore,
they're-
and Kansas City are very easily
AFC is
the cream
here.
of the crop.
AFC is here, and then the NFC is kind of like not that far down because you do
Top
have.
They're
three
playing
FC
catch up,
is
though.
here. Top 2, then 5 through 7 for NFC is here. Then AFC, then 3 and 4.
I just think it's a lot more clear. The NFC is a lot more clear cut of like who the best 4 or 5 teams in the NFC or the AFC are than the NFC. It can fluctuate week to week in the NFC.
I'd say top 3.
I was being generous. I should.
You shouldn't be with the NFC.
we talked about this at the start of the show. I should be less generous and not as nice.
Well,
Good
I think it's
callback.
crazy that even with all the injuries, the Lions are still the clear best team in the NFC.
As
Are they?
long as Jalen Hurts is out.
Yeah, if Jalen Hurts is on the bench, they are
Jalen
the
Hurts
best
is,
team in the
is
NFC,
out,
yes.
then I will agree with you. And I do think it's very close if Jalen Hurts is in. I don't think there's a clear
I
cut,
know.
like
That's a
who's
field goal.
better than who.
If Jalen Hurts is in, it's a
Um,
field goal difference on
Lions
who's
win
the
by
best
Now,
team
if
in
you
the
$20.
NFC.
if you told me the Lions had all their starters back, they were all healthy, I would agree with you. But this Lions team that we're seeing right here, given all the injuries, I don't know if they could stop Saquon.
All right, you convinced me. Lions win by 15 instead.
Listen, check us out at the end of this week as we're going to be going through all the playoff matchups. Stick around with us as we'll go next week with in-depth analysis on the Chiefs and who they're going to be seeing in the playoffs in their first game and continue to cover throughout the playoffs and then into the off season. So
Do
stick
we have
around with
Thursday
us.
night football?
No Thursday
No.
night football. Saturday, Thursday, and Monday
It's
are over.
super wild card weekend.
No, there's a Monday night game.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah,
Monday.
Saturday,
Who's
Sunday,
playing
Monday.
There's a Monday night game.
That's why it's super wild card weekend, not just wild card weekend.
Super wild card.
Whoa.
Big bombs.
give you a
being
full
dropped in
breakdown.
2025, guys. Big bombs.
Be on the lookout for Fox. Till next
Bob
time.
and Bo bombs.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
We got a bye week.
Playoffs.
Yeah.